Welcome to Computex 2025 Day 2, and we're here at the Cooler Master Suite, and they got some amazing stuff. Let's go take a look around. One of the coolest things I found is that Cooler Master is actually getting into making their own GPUs, but not in the way you probably would think. See, they're actually partnering up with ASUS because Cooler Master is not an add-in board partner. They don't have the actual GPUs, but they know a thing or two about cooling. So what they're doing is actually manufacturing their own cooling assembly for these GPUs, installing them and putting them together, and their performance is absolutely incredible. Because Cooler Master is taking what they're good at, which is fan manufacturing as well as heatsink manufacturing, and are throwing it into a complete package. Because this 3-fan design is not like your traditional GPU. Because Cooler Master is using just standard 120mm fan, which are not only much larger than the traditional fans you see on a GPU, but also way more efficient, which has resulted in lower noise levels and better performance. And because of the design, you can put whatever fans you like, and they've actually even paired them up with some 4,000 RPM fans that they have here, and they said that the temperatures were at just 49 degrees when pulling over 600 watts from a 5090. And as a computer technician, what I think is probably the coolest part is that they're serviceable. Because of the normal width, you can put whatever fans you want, and the coolest thing is that this top piece just removes. So if you want to actually make a slimmer design, you could put something like a 15mm fan like they did here for ITX builds. I just think that's absolutely incredible to see Cooler Master taking their hand at making GPUs, and although they're going to be kind of hard to get at first, they're going to first be in their own systems, I think this is a huge thing for the industry. And although it's going to be pretty hard to top Cooler Master making a GPU, they also had some other really cool stuff, like the fact that there's a brand new Cosmos case. See, the Cosmos case for Cooler Master has always been like their top of the line case. It is the pinnacle of what they can make, and this one's pretty special for 2025. It's going to come in around $300 or so. They didn't finalize pricing just yet, but what's cool about it is that it uses a air baffling system. See, the air baffle is basically a chamber system where it takes the two included 180mm fans that are up front and basically splits the air. Half the air is going to be going to a dedicated chamber where your CPU is, so that would be for your all-in-one liquid cooler or your air cooler. Either one's going to go ahead and work, so you get fresh air just for the CPU. And then that air is not going to even touch the air that goes to the GPU that's coming from the bottom fan. This way you can ensure that both of those are getting the optimal cooling that they need, and you're not going to worry about that, that CPU increasing the temperature of your GPU or vice versa. Really cool concept, and I'm all for it, and I can't wait to get my hands on that. And then right next to that was another Cosmos case, but this was a little bit of a concept. I'm not sure if you've seen NVIDIA's DGX servers. That's basically like their top of the line product. It has this special mesh material. It is super expensive to manufacture, and it turns out Cooler Master is the one who actually makes it for NVIDIA, and so they actually took that same mesh, which is optimized for both noise balance and airflow, and they put that in the front of one of their Cosmos concept cases, and apparently just adding that mesh up front costed over $1,000. So they said it might be a long ways away until they can get that price down, or it's just kind of a new technology, but it was pretty cool to see and something I wanted to share with you guys. And then right behind that, they were showing off their new Masterframe 360 series. There are two particular versions that were being shown off. The first was the panoramic version. This is basically an all glass version, so there's going to be a glass side panel on either side, and then the front has this basically 180-degree bend on it where it actually wraps around the front of the case, and it looks super clean. And because of how the glass just all comes together, it gives you this really like crystal clear experience. It reminds me a lot if you've seen Fantex's Evolve X2, where you kind of get that wraparound experience. Well, you get that same thing with this case, but the glass is curved and it looks really, really good. And if you're worried about airflow, well, they thought about that. So basically the case is raised up quite a bit. So it's designed for a bottom to top airflow pattern. That means the air is going to come from the bottom, rise to the top, and it actually works pretty well. And there's also cutouts where the glass meets, so there's going to be air that can still get in if you need it. So it shouldn't be a problem. And again, this is more of a showcase piece anyways, so that's why that's there. Then they also showed a kind of more of a concept of what they could do. They were showing off a mod, and they were talking about possibly making this a real product. Instead of having that front glass there, what they said is that because there's some space, they can actually push it back a little bit. you could add in a screen up front in the front of the case and then kind of make like this shelf. You can put whatever you want to put there to kind of personalize your rig. I thought it was a pretty cool concept, but they wanted your guys' input. Should that be a realistic, product? Should they focus on that? And the other question they had was, should they enclose that front or should they leave it open, kind of like the concept that I'm showing you right here? And then if you haven't already seen my review and build in the Cooler Master Cube 500, well, they're redoing it and they did it in an amazing way. Not only did they basically up the material quality, the old one used to be made out of like a pretty thin, metal. This one is absolutely beautiful, rounded corners instead of like the more jagged finishes. And the thing that was special about that case is it came flat packed. So you could buy it where it basically was cheaper and you would assemble it yourself. As you put the system together, it kind of came together, and it was a really cool concept and I absolutely loved it. But this one, they basically refined it and they added a ton of new accessories, different mounts, different things that you can add to it, because their whole thing about the Cooler Master going forward is all about the flexibility of what you can do with their products. Changing out panels, modding your case, changing the height of your case, all kinds of stuff like that. They want to make that possible, and they're working with creators as well as the community to offer ways to basically add accessories to these new cube cases, as well as their master frame cases, which have been out for quite a while now. And that just scratches the surface of all the stuff that Cooler Master was showing off at their HQ. So after wrapping up with them there, I went back over to the convention center to go meet up with Thermaltake. And their big push at this show really seemed to be screens. I noticed that pretty much all their products had some kind of screen, and they had two particular products that seemed to be really cool. See, if you've probably seen, an AIO with the screen on it, that's been around for years now. Last year, we finally got curved screens when Trix introduced that, but those are pretty expensive. And then now we're actually seeing something even cooler from Thermaltake. It's called the MindCube 360 Ultra ARGB, and it comes with 4 screens on the pump block that wrap around in basically like a cube shape, giving you a full surround experience. They're all about 3.95 inches in size. They're a 720 by 720 resolution, so pretty good pixel density for that small of a screen, and give you a really cool way to basically customize your cooler to the next level because you have that full surround experience. And I think the reason why they did this is that they have more and more cases coming out where basically there's a kind of more of a wraparound effect. So basically either the cases have multiple vantage points where you can see in. The ones I'm thinking of that are like their Tower series, and they also have some other ones where they basically have curved glass, which is their View series, and a lot of other manufacturers seem to be copying that as well. So that is probably why that got introduced. And Thermaltake's not just putting screens on their coolers, but also on their fans. And not in the way that Lee's already done that. They've done it on their hub. Instead, this brand new Project Edge is basically the name of the project that's concept that they were showing off. Basically puts a screen on the edge of the fan. This is a really cool way to actually showcase additional graphics inside of your case. And I think the customizability of something like this could be really cool. Because if you think about it, something like a top-mounted fan or a top-mounted radiator, that is a great vantage point where you could actually have that little side graphic going down the line, which is kind of what they were showcasing. And I think that would be the optimal solution. I don't know, the longevity or, if this is even going to hit the market, but that was really what I was thinking because, top-mounted fans, you can't really see the little hub-mounted LCD. This gives you another option, and yeah, I'm all for it, even though it's probably going to be pretty expensive. Then what could possibly be the best case of 2025, or probably one of the hottest ones to buy, might just be coming from Antec. See, Antec put out one of the best cases of last year, the Antec Flux Pro. And that was one of my favorite cases I built in. I have a review of it. I have multiple videos talking about it. I absolutely love that case. Well, they basically made it better because they teamed up with Noctua to basically make a collaboration. And what's so special about this particular collaboration is that not only do you get like the Noctua theming, they have the paint that overlaps in it. It looks pretty cool, especially like on things including like the rubber grommets that have that brown color, but it comes with 6 included Noctua Gen 2 fans. 3 140mm fans up front, 2 120mm fans in the bottom power supply basement, and then another 140mm in the rear. That is absolutely sweet. And I think that's gonna put this case probably the best performing out of the box of any case on the market by far, just because those are some of the best fans on the market when it comes to noise efficiency and when it comes to performance. So when you add all that up with one of the best cases that you could have already bought, yeah, I'm all for it and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And then next to Antec was EK Water Blocks. They were showing off a really cool product. It happens to be a pump, reservoir, and radiator combo unit, which I don't think I've ever seen before. Basically, it takes a 360 millimeter mount and then adds a 240 millimeter radiator, and then the remaining 120 happens to be a pump res combo. And because of that, and because of all the internal plumbing between those, you actually only have two outputs going over from there to your next component, which would be like your CPU, which actually makes it a lot cheaper to go ahead and do custom water cooling, because you only need 4 fittings instead of 6 just to go ahead and cool one component. And then of course, because it's custom water cooling, you could totally expand it or do a completely separate loop for something like your GPU, like they were showcasing. And I think that's a really cool way to basically make it just a little bit easier and a little more accessible, and I'm all for that. And while I was filming over at EK, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye from a company I had never heard of called Hybridtech. They actually had an all-in-one desktop, a 34-inch 1440p desktop with a curved screen that happened to have a desktop GPU inside of it, a 4060. That was the RTX 4060 with a traditional PCIe interface. I thought that was just so cool to see, because that was going to give you full desktop-like performance in an all-in-one, and you could actually upgrade it down the road, because not only was the GPU socketable, but you could also change the CPU because that was also fully socketable. That was just a really cool concept kind of product. I'm not sure if that's even on the market right now, but I just kind of fell in love with it the second I saw it, because that was my biggest problem with all-in-ones, is that they usually have poor cooling performance, and the fact is that you just can't service them. And if they're going to make that serviceable, at least it solves one of the problems. And then what's a trip to Computex without visiting the AZA booth, who's known for making some of the most insane PC cases on the entire market, including this pyramid case, which you've probably seen before, and this floating cube case that I think was at last year's show, but just still blew my mind. And then they had their new product, which honestly was kind of hard to even comprehend what it was. But after looking at it for a little while, I figured out what was going on. It's basically 3 PC cases. If you took them at all different angles and combined them together and somehow made it work with a bunch of glass surrounding it, and the case was just absolutely beautiful. And that really was a great end to my day. The entire experience with day 2 at Computex was pretty awesome. It was jam-packed, and we have so many other companies to go ahead and visit tomorrow. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe for more content like this, and let me know what companies I should check out tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next one.